Good day, everyone. Today, we're diving into the Cry of Pugadlawin, a key event in Philippine history that marked the beginning of the Philippine Revolution. This moment, where Andres Bonifacio and his fellow Katipuneros toured their settlers in defiance of Spanish rule, is commonly dated to August 23, 1896. However, there has been considerable confusion surrounding both the date and the location of this pivotal event due to varying accounts over the years. Here are the key versions of the varying accounts. We have Lieutenant Olegario Diaz, a Spanish Guardia Civil, placed the event in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Teodoro Calao, a historian, suggested it occurred in the last week of August 1896 at Kangkong, Balintawak. We also have Santiago Alvarez, son of a Cavite revolutionary leader, identified the event in Bahay Turo, now Quezon City, on August 24, 1896. Teo Valenzuela, a close associate of Bonifacio, agreed with Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896, a version that is widely accepted. We also have Gregorio Zaidi, placed the event in Balintawak on August 26, 1896, while Teodoro Agoncillo echoed Pia Valenzuela's account of Pugadlawin on August 23. Other historians such as Milagros Guerrero, Emmanuel Encarnacion, and Ramon Villegas pointed to Santang Sora's barn in Golod, Quezon City, further complicating the location. The confusion arises because the cry occurred in a period of revolution with different factions having their own accounts written decades after the event, influenced by political context. Despite the varying versions, what remains clear is that the event ignited the Philippine Revolution, leading the country closer to its independence from Spanish rule. Amid these conflicting narratives, the National Historical Institute of the Philippines has placed a commemorative plaque at Pugadlawin, marking August 23, 1896 as the official date. KKK, or the Kataas-Taasan Kagalang-galangang Katipunan ng mga Anak ng Bayan. On the night of July 7, 1892, Andres Bonifacio and his associates secretly met in Tondo, Manila, where they founded the Katipunan, a revolutionary society aimed at achieving Philippine independence. Modeled partly on the Masonic order, the Katipunan's core belief was that armed revolution, and not to reform, was necessary to achieve true freedom. Initially, their goal shifted from seeking assimilation with Spain to advocating for complete separation and independence. This marked the start of the revolutionary movement that ultimately led to the Philippines' fight for independence.
Spaniards discovered Katipunan, August 19, 1896. Next, on August 19, 1896, the Katipunan was discovered when a member named Patino revealed its existence to Father Mariano Gil, leading to the exposure of secret documents. This discovery resulted in mass arrests of suspected members, many of whom were crowded into Fort Santiago, including wealthy Filipinos who had refused to join the society. Bonifacio, sensing an opportunity, used a strategy to make the authorities believe the wealthy Filipinos were involved, but the authorities dismissed their denials. Bonifacio, informed by spies, called for a general assembly on August 24, and that night, he and his men managed to evade Spanish sentries and made their way to Balintawak to plan their next move.
March to Kangkong, last August 21, 1896. A group of around 500 rebels left Balintawak and marched towards Kangkong, with the intention of continuing their fight for independence. Their journey took them to the home of Apolonio Samson, a fellow Katipunero in Kangkong, Caloocan, where they were given food and shelter. It was here that they held crucial discussion regarding the call to arms. Emilio Jacinto, a key leader of the Katipunan, summoned the heads of the different Katipunan councils to Kangkong to strategize and plan their next move against the Spanish forces. This meeting was an important moment in organizing the revolution, as the rebels prepared to escalate their efforts against Spanish rule.
Arrival in Pugadlawin, August 22, 1896. On August 22, 1896, after their stay in Kangkong, the group of rebels continued their march and arrived at Pugadlawin. This location would soon become a historical significant as the site where the Katipuneros would make their bold and stunned independence. The events in Pugadlawin would lead to the symbolic act of tearing their cédulas, a declaration of revolutions against Spanish rule marking a decisive step in Philippines Revolution.
First Cry in Pugadlawin. On August 23, 1896, a historic event unfolded in Pugadlawin, specifically in Barangay Bahay Toro, where the Katipuneros held a mass meeting at the yard of Juan Ramos, the son of Belchura Aquino, who would later be known as the Mother of Katipunan. During the gathering, Bonifacio asked the men if they were ready to fight to the very end. In response, the Katipuneros tore their cédulas, symbols of their submission to Spanish rule, and shouted, "Long live the Philippines! Long live the Katipunan!" This act of defiance, which became known as the Cry of Balintawak, actually took place in Pugadlawin. That same night, under the cover of darkness, the Katipuneros, now joined by reinforcement from Manila and Caloocan, prepared for an expected Spanish attack. However, due to their lack of adequate arms, Bonifacio made the strategic decision to retreat, and they marched toward Pasong Tamo to regroup and prepare for the next phase of their struggle.
Arrival at the yard of Tandang Sora in Pasong Tamo on August 24, 1896. Bonifacio and his men, in order to evade the pursuing Spanish civil guards, sought refuge at the house of Melchora Aquino, known as the Tandang Sora in Pasong Tamo. Once there, it was decided that all the rebels from the surrounding towns should be alerted about the general attack planned for Manila on August 29, 1896. This meeting marked another critical moment in their struggle, as they prepared to intensify their efforts against the Spanish forces in the coming days.
First is skirmish. On August 25, 1896, the Katipuneros had their first skirmish with the Spanish forces after being alerted that the civil guards infantry were approaching the Break of Exchange, resulted in the Katipuneros losing 2 men while the Spanish lost 1. To their inferior weapons, the Katipuneros decided to retreat.
Arrived at Hagdang Bato August 27, 1896. On August 27, 1896, Katipuneros, after the briefly stopping in Marikina, decide to abandon the town and continue their journey towards Hagdang Bato. Their decision to leave Marikina marked a shift in their movements as they pressed on, looking for more strategic and location to regroup and plan their next steps. In the revolutions, Hagdang Bato became a key point in their fight for independence as they prepared for the challenges ahead.
Bonifacio issued a manifesto on August 28, 1896. From Hagdang Bato in Mandaluyong, Bonifacio issued a powerful manifesto calling on the Filipino people to rise up and join the cause for independence. He urged them to prepare for the coordinated attack on the Spanish forces on August 29, 1896. In his manifesto, titled Katipunang Mararahas ng Mga Anak ng Bayan, or Society of Enraged Sons of the Country, Bonifacio passionately emphasized the importance of revolution and unity in the fight for freedom. This marked a crucial moment in rallying Filipinos for the upcoming battle in Manila.
The intended attack on Manila did not materialize. On August 29, 1896, the planned attack on Manila by the Katipunan did not materialize, likely due to a lack of sufficient arms to carry out the mission effectively. On the same day, Melchora Aquino, known as the Mother of the Katipunan, was arrested by the Guardia Civil at the Pasong Putek in Novaliches. She was jailed at the Bilibid prison for the support and aid to the Katipuneros, highlighting the ongoing repression against the revolutionaries.
In conclusion, the exact date and location of the Cry of Pugadlawin remain a topic of debate among the historians due to the conflicting account. Some believe it took place in Balintawak on various dates on August 1896, while others, Pio Valenzuela and Teodoro Agoncillo, argue it happened in Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. Regardless of the discrepancies, this event is universally acknowledged as a critical moment in the Philippine Revolution, marking the start of the nation's fight for independence.
As we come to the end of our presentation in the Cry of Pugadlawin, I'd like to invite you all to think about how different historical accounts shape our understanding of significant events. Do you think it's important to have a definitive date and location for such a monumental moment, or does the meaning of the event remain powerful, regardless of the details? Exactly. The fact that this event continues to be a cornerstone of the Philippine Revolution, despite varying accounts, show its deep significance in shaping the nation's history. Now, let's take a moment to consider the question, how do you think the actions of Bonifacio and the Katipuneros at Bugadlawin inspired future generations in the struggle for freedom? Great thoughts! The cry of Bugadlawin symbolizes the collective courage and determination of the Filipino people to fight for their independence, which ultimately laid the foundation for the country's freedom. Thank you all for being a part of this journey through history. I hope today's discussion has inspired you to look deeper into the struggle that shaped our nation's path to freedom.